Okay, you guys, today we are going to go over how to add new people on Facebook and Instagram. Adding is super, super important because this is how you grow your market. You might start this business and say you have like 200 friends on Facebook, 500 people on Instagram. Maybe you're posting every day and you've messaged everybody. Eventually, you run out of people, okay? And we don't want that to happen. And so how we do that is we grow our market by adding new people. New people will follow us and all that jazz. But um, I started, I think, with I don't know, maybe like 1,000 Facebook friends and like maybe 700 Instagram friends. This is between like high school friends, college, um, the military life and moving around and stuff. And so like I had like a decent like network of people starting. Um, a lot of people start with a lot less. So I was very fortunate to at least kind of start there. But I was just told to like add new people every day. And so I'm going to show you how to do it. It takes 2 seconds for each one. Facebook takes a little bit longer. Facebook does have a cap of 5,000 Facebook friends. And so once you hit 5,000, like you can't add anymore, but people can still follow you, so you can make that an option. And then Instagram doesn't have a cap. You can have thousands and thousands and millions of followers, okay? So at the end of the day, Instagram is going to be your bigger market. It's going to be your stranger market. Facebook is kind of more personal. A lot of my distributors come from Facebook, but now I'm starting to get people rolling in from Instagram. But keep in mind, you guys, I have almost 8,000 on Instagram currently, and I'm almost maxed out at 5,000. I kind of don't want to add any more because we have new teammates coming in, and I like to friend them. So Facebook, make it like a bare minimum daily to add 20 people on Facebook, and then maybe like 100 on Instagram. So what you would do is like do 25 people on Instagram 4 times a day. And it takes 2 seconds to do that. So do it when you wake up, do it on your lunch break, do it after dinner, and do it before you go to bed. It's pretty simple, and we're going to walk you through how to do that. And then Facebook, you're going to filter through the people before you request them, because when you do add on Facebook, once they accept, you can both see each other's stuff. But on Instagram, I could follow one person, doesn't necessarily mean they're following me back. And so there is an app that we have that we use to unfollow the people who never follow us back. It's kind of pointless to follow them if they're not even seeing our content. So we have like mass unfollowing apps that help us keep our numbers low. So I'm trying to read my notes here. You want to make sure that you stay away from adding people from different teams, like different sideline teams, through It Works or literally other companies, because people will poach you. There will be somebody from another company or competing company who, you friend request, or they friend request you and you accept, and then they go through like all your product posts and they add all your friends there, or just your normal posts, add all your friends and then message them, trying to get them and like steal them from you. It's called poaching. And they might even directly target like your teammates too and say, hey, what you're doing is bad, you should come over here, and like try to make the grass sound greener over there. And that's just not the case. And I don't want to be a part of something where people, their main focus in building their business is trying to steal other people. We are not about that. This team is not about that. This company is not about that. So we are always going to hold ourselves to a higher standard. And then just kind of get into a schedule with this. If you do too many in one sitting, you'll get like blocked from doing that feature for a while. So right now, we're going to start with Facebook. And when I started, you guys, I went to my profile and I, went to my friends list and I looked up my sister to start here. Because I want to like add people, but like add people that I knew. Those are cute pictures. I haven't seen them yet. And what I would do is, it says see all friends. I can see her friends list. So it'll have like suggestions of people it thinks I should add. But I was just going through here and I was like adding people down her friends list that, if I always check people out. So before I go add this Abby Nicholson girl, I'm going to see if she has any other It Works distributors that I know of on her newsfeed already, because if she does, I don't, especially if they're from our team, I don't want to take her away as a potential. Okay, it's not really looking like. So I think we're good. Okay, so guess what? So I just click add. So that's one person. Scroll through here. We only have 5 mutual people. She doesn't look like she sells anything. So I'm gonna click add. And then what I like to do is, you know, I can see her friends list. Um, we're gonna even have less mutual friends in common. So I can go through here and find some people. So she's number 3. And just kind of like add people that I think would be amazing. 4. 5. 6. I want you guys to see like how long this takes. 7. And you guys, I'm not adding like creeps. I'm not, adding anybody who looks like they would cause a potential hazard for my children or anything like that. And um, the minute that I feel like something's not safe or I don't like it, I just block them. It's pretty simple. Knock on wood, I've not had any incidents. So this girl right here, Michelle Spiker, she is a soon-to-be diamond on my team. I'm not going to add this girl because she's already got Michelle on her page. So sometimes I'm just like, okay, well, now I've added that many people. See, Allie, I'm not going to add this girl. So I'm not trying to take away from anybody. I'm trying to stay away from other companies. I mean, it's very possible too. Like, as in, look, she's got all that stuff. I mean, she might sell something. Sometimes you won't know. You literally like won't know until you go through. Anyways, I've added a couple people. There's one girl in particular. I wanted to go back and look through her friends. This one. Yep, I can see her friends. I'm gonna go to her friends. And probably like some of you, this is how you were at it. If you like met your enroller off Facebook and it was like a random ad one day, this is what we do. Like we don't look for anything like super specific. I stay away from like men. But I mean if they just look we don't prejudge. I just make sure they look safe. I tend to stay towards females. So this isn't hard. Now, guess what, you guys? Now I have new eyes on my feed watching my stuff. And like it's just a string. I would go to my sister and I would pick one of her friends, and then I'd add a couple of their friends and pick one of those people out of there to, add their friends, and then like so on and so forth. And so I just like made it like by the end of it, it was like, how many people, how many down the line did I go? And it's just a never ending pool. And like you can also, if I want to search people in my area, go to the search bar, type Pace, Florida people, and I can start looking. Maybe I look up a university and add people from there. So University of West Florida is a school close to me. And what you'll see is there are, people who liked and commented these things. Like, Who are you? Some men. Maybe this isn't the best. But you know, you can do different things like that. Like I can look up the Starbucks. See, I could add her. I could look at the Starbucks in my area and like add people from there. Maybe I can't see her friends. See, I can't see her friends, but I can check her comments and her likes. These people were active on her page. It does say May, but um, I might be able to come through here and find somebody. So even though I can't see their friends list, I can see who liked their recent pictures that are public. And can go through here if I want to, that sort of thing. So that's how you add on Facebook, you guys. It's really not that hard. It's just making sure that you're doing it every day. And then for Instagram, Instagram's even easier because I don't have to pre-check people, okay? So what I can do is I'll like scroll through my newsfeed and find like the post of somebody that I like. I've talked to her a bunch. Might have already done her. Like if I like somebody and go to their page, I'll save their post for later so I can use them to add from later. Let's see if I can find any more people. Doesn't have very many followers. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to just do this on the fly here. Why does it show me all this girl stuff? Yeah, I like this girl's like feed. She doesn't sell anything. Bright pictures. She's probably got a decent amount of likes on some of these, like 134. So I know 2 days ago that 135 of these people liked this picture. So they were active on Instagram. They interacted with her baby pictures. You know, I had babies, so it might increase her chances of like liking mine. So what I'll do, you guys, is I just go down 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Sometimes if they have a really good picture, they probably sell something. Just skip. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 25. That's 25. Do that 4 times a day. And that's requesting 100 people. And that doesn't mean 100 people are going to add you back. You guys, this is a numbers game. Not everybody you request on Facebook is also going to add you back. It is a numbers game. You guys have to keep that in mind. But what I like to do is just kind of do the same thing. I'll find somebody who's public and click on their most recent picture. 5 days ago, she was active and these people liked it. So I'll add, you know, people from her page. Something I like to do, like I said, if I come across a picture that I really, really like a profile, and I want to use it, you know, for later, I'll click save to collection. And so I'll remember to like, I'm not adding right now, but later when I do go add, I go to saved, I'll post. And these are like people's, you know, pictures. Maricela just signed up with me. She was actually one that I saved and she reached out to me first before I got to add any people. So I'm glad I didn't because now she's on our team and has her own people. This girl's from Pensacola. I probably looked her up. Decent following. It says I'm not following her because I probably requested her and she didn't request me back. So I have an app that unfollowed her, but I can still see her because she's public. And I can add her people. But if you do too many in one sitting, okay, you can get blocked for like 48 hours from adding new people. So this is why we kind of break it up because I could sit here and add like 500 people a day. And the reason we don't like screen people before we do it is because at the end of the day, there's an app that shows us the people who didn't request us back, and we just mass unfollow them. And so it would be stupid to spend time screening them when I don't even know if they're going to request me back. So we'll do that, request people, and then it's good. I mean, that's it. You can totally like search things in your area, like I did University of West Florida. I mean, it's got a lot of followers. You can look, people up here. These are people in my area. You can see I'm already following them. She lives in this area. I love her picture. She doesn't sell anything. I am going to make a point to either follow her followers or message her at some point. She is following me. It'd be crazy if one of these people sees this video and sees their name. So let me know if you do. But that's just how it works, you guys. It takes 2 seconds. So I just added a bunch of new people to my profile. They're going to now check out my pictures, see what I'm about. If I post about like a product like once every 2 weeks, they're not going to take me seriously. They're not going to think that it's exciting. Excitement is contagious. So, keep posting about the products, keep posting about your life, show people, look at this, that I have kids, dogs. You can see my face and see what I look like, that I cook. You can see my business stuff that I work. I talk about the products and using them, working my business, other people working their business, me being a mom, out adventuring because of the business, and just having fun and living life. Like I'm just a mom. This is literally like just talking about being a mom and doing yoga, or, my husband, and, quotes. I'm always doing quotes. So this does not look spammy, you guys. Like they can scroll back as far as they want to be like, how long has this girl been doing it? And they're going to see that I have been consistent for the last 3.5 years if they want to spend that time. Look, you guys, look. This is May 2018. Posting about the products and I've kept like the whole quote, product, family, biz, selfie, product, family, Pinterest, life, quote. I've kept the same schedule, you guys, for 1,000 years. Okay. See how I'm still posting and still talking about the business and the products. And, there are people who have followed me, and you can see how my, filters have changed and my pictures have gotten better. But anyways, that's a whole different like segment. I'm sorry. But like adding, it's super, super easy. You can search, in your area, or just like your sister's friends, cousins, aunts, sisters, whatever. Okay. You can go down the line, add some people. They're going to see. I highly, highly recommend private on Instagram. So when you get these requests back, they can't see your page before they do request you. So that's why you're in your profile, like it should be a nice picture of your face so they can see you, and just a little bit about you in your bio, like tells people that I'm a military wife, a mom of 2 with dogs. I have thyroid cancer. It says blood type pumpkin spice. So I might be your typical, like basic white girl. I love coffee and yoga, and I, like to have, like it says, shop my looks like style. So people will decide whether or not they want to follow me based on what they see in my bio. You want to keep it simple and just like a few things about you. And then, that's going to be their determining factor when you're private. Sometimes as soon as people see that you sell something, if you're not like in a good groove with it yet, that they might, not even follow you back because they don't want to see it. But for me, I'm almost to 8,000. I highly recommend private until you hit like 5,000, just so like you can get these requests. And I think Cheyenne Knox is still private. I love all the public functions. I get insights and stuff with having a public account. She just chooses private, and she sends a bunch of requests and then accepts them at night when people are in bed, and they don't, get a notification right away to go check you out. And so that's how you add. So now though, when you add a bunch of people and you do it a couple days in a row, you're going to see that your following number starts to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's going to be way bigger than your following number. Well, you don't want it to get a rule of thumb, depending on how many you have, no more than a 500 to 1,000 gap. Because if people see your profile and you've requested them and you have like 5,000 people that you're following, but only 200 people followed you back, they're going to be like, this person is a mega creep. And they're not going to follow you back, okay? Because there's something wrong with you based on your numbers. And so, what you're going to do, this is for Apple. Android has their own versions. It's called Cleaner, okay? And Cleaner, basically, it logs into your Instagram and it's going to load right here. It's going to show me all the people that I'm following, but they never followed me back. So it's going to take forever to load. And I'm going to hit stop right now. I mean, there's a list of people right here. It only did like 200 some. But what I'll do is I'll do like quick select, advanced quick select, select non-followers, people who didn't follow me back. And I can do actions and I can click unfollow. And it'll do 50 people in a setting and let me do it 4 times in a row. So I can unfollow 200 people in one sitting. And so I normally don't let it get bigger than like 600. Oh, so it only takes me a day to like get my number back down. And as you can see, I normally have I'm 1,200 in the positive now. But forever I was in the negative, and that's okay as long as your numbers like keep moving up. A lot of people who are like, I made a post and I don't have any hits. I'm like, okay, well, like how many friends or followers do you have? And they're like 200. I'm like, so if you want more hits and you want more people interested, go add more people. Not everybody you add is going to be interested. We just have to keep adding until we find the right people. And there's a lot of you who, if I signed you, especially from Instagram, we've never met before, and I just added you from a random Instagram ad, and here we are, you're signed up and you're watching my trainings now. This is just how it works, pun intended. And so this is like, a leg up we have in our company is just teaching people how to grow their market and just understanding that it's a numbers game. Keep your numbers in check. I like to add for like 3 days in a row, take a 2-day break, okay, and then unfollow that full day, take a day break, and then start over again, because not everybody checks their phone every day. So you might request somebody and they might not check their phone for another 2 days, and you might accidentally unfollow them before they follow you. And you don't want that to happen. It's just because they don't check their phone every day like we do now, because this is how we work. This is how we clock in. So just make sure you're paying attention to your ratio. Don't let it be bigger than 1,000. I promise you it starts to look weird. So if you are bigger than 1,000, stop adding people, get Cleaner going or an app like it, unfollow a bunch of people until you can get that number in check. Just get into a schedule with it. If you do too many, like I said, Instagram and Facebook will put you in jail, quote unquote, and it just blocks you from using that feature for like 48 hours or whatever. So we space it out. Like I said, aim for like 20 people on Facebook each day, and aim for 100 people on Instagram. Do like 25 people 4 times a day, so it's not like too many in one sitting. And I said, do it when you wake up. You saw how it took me like 2 seconds to just click, 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 because on Instagram we look later. Facebook, do that on your lunch break when you're sitting there and you can like filter through people real quick. Do your best friends, sisters, ex-boyfriends, girlfriends, cousins, and like add their people or whatever. I have fun with it. I like to see how far down the chain I can go. But that's it, you guys. It's pretty simple. You can just search hashtags. You can search, like if you're a dog mom, you can search hashtag dog mom and like add anybody who's used that hashtag. On Instagram, Facebook is definitely a place where people like to at least know you a little bit. So it's a little bit of a warmer market, which is why I just kind of go down the string there with people I know, and then adding their friends and friends and friends and friends and friends, etc. So if anybody has any questions on adding, please reach out and ask. This is a newer video. I do have a secondary video that I will post as well. It's kind of older, but it just goes over like the same thing.